In 1979, a Marxist organisation called the Sandinistas took over the government in Nicaragua. This was the height of the Cold War, and the United States had a policy of containing the expansion of communism, but they were trying to do so in ways that fell short of all-out war. The United States response provided weapons and training to a group known as the Contras, who opposed the Sandinistas. The USA also laid sea mines in order to interfere with shipping in and out of Nicaragua. Nicaragua went to the International Court of Justice to argue that the United States was violating its obligations under customary international law, not to use force against another state, not to interfere with the sovereignty of another state, and not to interfere with peaceful maritime commerce. The United States refused to participate in the case, arguing that the court had no jurisdiction. The court found that it did have jurisdiction, and it proceeded to find in favour of Nicaragua on virtually every point. The significance of the case, though, is that Nicaragua's claim was made under customary international law, law based on the customs of nations towards one another. The United States argued that customary laws relied on by Nicaragua had been extinguished because the Charter of the United Nations overtook them. So, can customary law continue to exist where there are treaties on the same topic? The court found even if a treaty norm and a customary norm relevant to the present dispute were to have exactly the same content, this would not be a reason for the court to take the view that the operation of the treaty process must necessarily deprive the customary norm of its separate applicability. Nor can the multilateral treaty reservation be interpreted as meaning that, once applicable to a given dispute, it would exclude the application of any rule of customary international law, the content of which was the same as, or analogous to, that of the treaty law rule which had caused the reservation to become effective. In other words, customary international law is not automatically extinguished, not even by a broadly accepted multilateral treaty. Nicaragua was awarded reparations, which were to be calculated later. The United States, however, showed yet again just how weak international law is. They simply ignored the judgment and ultimately it went away. No reparations were ever paid.